Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to TRO, Truth, Realness, and Options. I am yours truly, the executive producer and editor, Jeff Trotter, and I want to first thank each and every one of you for tuning in on a month-to-month basis. This is our season 2 finale of TRO, Truth, Realness, and Options. And you know, I already know, I had to be part of the show in some form or fashion. So, with no further ado, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the season 2 finale of TRO, Truth, Realness, and Options. Options. It's your boy and your host, QT, in the building, and your executive producer, Jeff Trotter, man. We back in the camp again. One more time to give you truth, realness, and options. Alright, we coming in this thing today to get ready to wrap up the year. I know it's been a long year, but now we in this old leap year. We by behind, cross Corona. Amen. I got my boy here with me, Jeremy Unmask. He's in the building with us, and he's gonna help us get out this season and put up big hopes for the new season. Jeremy, what's good, man?
Man, it's all good, man.
That's what's up. That's what's up. Looking good, man. You're on your grind, I see. That's what's up.
Yeah, man. I got a lot of things working. I notice every time I come on this show, I got on red.
He a blood, y'all. No,
ain't no blood. I couldn't afford to be a blood or nothing else back in the day. Boy, I had a mama that whooped and prayed.
What's up? Again, this is Truth, Realness, and Options. We back with my boy Jeremy Unmask, as you know. Alright? Man, what's been going good for you, man, since 2018?
Wow. What do I begin?
I know you've been doing a lot.
Man, I've been doing movies, been writing a lot of movies and doing a whole bunch of shows. I just entered into a writing contest with BET.
That's what's up.
And then I'm producing my own films. Shout out to Tanisha Morris,
right.
Christy Woodard. Those two ladies there are female producers and directors. So they helped me bring that thing to life, man. I'm actually in a movie called Still Pitching. It's based on a true story, so I'm actually will be filming that soon as the snow melts in Denver. So
I got you. Yeah, that's what's up, man. So outside of the movies, have you been doing, any? Because you put me in the mind of Jamie Foxx. This dude, he'll do everything. He do music. If you need your laptop fixed, he gonna fix it.
I do that too.
As far as his acting, man, I heard you've been doing some great things. But as far as music and stuff like that, man, you having the avenues with that?
Yeah, I'm actually about to start recording a couple EPs. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna probably do like 5 tracks. You know what I'm saying? Just to let people know that I'm a rapper. Well, I'm an entertainer. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna do music that you can feel. I ain't gonna do none of that. I'm from the hood, but I don't want to remind myself of where I came from. So yeah, so I'll be doing that, and then I'm actually recording a comedy album.
Okay, that's tight.
Yeah,
nobody done that yet.
No,
so we parodies, but they did.
They did that, yeah. Just some of my favorite jokes that you may have heard. Now you can hear it in your car.
Right.
When you need that last minute laugh, because we dealing with a lot right now.
We are. So speaking with that, man, we're going to get to the coronavirus outbreak. We're going to talk about that, a little bit about that. We give you truth, realness, and options, and I did my research. I do a lot of research on how we can protect ourselves. And so before the show, I'm going to give you some options on how to protect yourselves. Changes in your diet, simple stuff that you add to your diet. Right. But before we get to that, we need to address the elephant in the room. Is that it's election time coming up, man. We got the primary. Your boy Petey
he dropped out the race, and a lot of them dropped out of the race. It looked like Joe Biden and your boy
Bernie Sanders, yeah.
Bernie.
Yeah.
Bernie Sanders.
Hey, boy, we just want to know if he going to be able to raise that little hand. You can be the president, but we don't need you.
Right.
When they swear you in, you can't have your arthritis acting up there. You the president now.
Shaking like pork. Now, Bernie Sanders, man, I've been Democrat, but now I consider myself as non-party. But most important, guys, the reason I brought that up is, man, black folks, man, we gotta get out and vote. The numbers was low with the primary race.
Right.
You know, it was low, and it's just a primary race, but man, we need to get out and really vote. This vote is pivotal. You know, we say that, hey, we don't want Donald Trump to get another 4 years, but the way we're going, you know, with primary vote, with the data showing that black people are 20% down in voting, hey man, we got to go and vote. All right? November.
Vote. That's my
coming.
birthday month. For a president, you vote.
That's right.
And with that, to piggyback off of that, people don't understand that we had people die for the right to vote.
Right.
The right to read.
Right.
Do your research. We got libraries. Everything that you see on Wikipedia or everything, somebody can rewrite history right now. And we would need, well, most of us wouldn't even know because we don't even go to the library, man. And if they take the physical books away, how could you prove history? Because somebody can rewrite it. Right. You got the new King James. Right. You got the new everything.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's important that we get everybody out there to vote. It is not even just about Democrat and Republican. It's more about decision making. Right. I remember, was it the preamble or something said, we are the people in order to form a perfect union. Right. Which means that we are the people. In order to form a perfect union, we must what? Stick together, put our differences aside, right, and start thinking about the effects it's going to have. Because it's not about rich or poor anymore, or right or it's about right or wrong. It's not. It's about if rich people, you know, only focus on the money. That's all that's gonna be about. But how you living? Because what if you lose your assets? Right. The way stock markets and everything crash, and the way that the world is turning, and the way that technology is not holding account to the mental brain that we used to have. What happens when that go down? Do anybody know how to add and subtract? So there's certain things in there that we should look at to keep certain things the same as a backup. Let's stop doing it the new way, because all the time the new way ain't the best way. Right,
and we got to get the right person in office.
Right.
That does that. So, and also he was speaking on education, and I'm an educator myself, but that is a pivotal point. We can go ahead and slide to education. That was our next topic. Man, if we don't get the right president in office, man, we don't. You think about this race, other people are coming into office, all right? You got the Secretary of Education that's coming in D.C. Now, we don't know what is about to happen with that. Another thing, he was mentioning about reading, man. We as parents have to take time out to let our kids read. I know you want little Johnny to get out your face and backhand them and tell them go somewhere while they on Facebook.
YouTube and
yeah, let them get on YouTube because it's going to keep little Johnny quiet. But man, we got to get back to the point of putting a book in our child's face. If they getting on your nerves jumping around the house, get them to sit down. Alright, get them to sit down, open up a book, and have them to read to you. You can do it for at least 15 minutes. 15 minutes a day will make a big difference in your child's life, man. I have students, man, that are reading, that's supposed to be in the 6th grade, 7th grade, reading on a 2nd grade level. Wow. You know, and we wonder why our dropout rate is going high now. You know, they got to go and flood these schools like Ombudsman, nothing against them, but Ombudsman and places like that are giving their form of education, it's not healthy. It's not healthy, man, because if they don't perform in those schools, then where do they have to go? They ain't got nowhere to go.
And my thing is now McDonald's and other places that you can use to, that you can use to could go and get a job even if you dropped out. They even make you take an assessment test. Right. You know what I'm saying? Right. Because you'd be surprised of how many people kill themselves on the grill. And that's just flipping meat and letting it do, you know what I'm saying? Do what it do. So education is very important. First, we must motivate our kids. Let's take the phones out of our hands so we can pay attention to our children. Right. Because if these are the children of the future and they don't know nothing, how they going to be able to take care of us?
That's it.
My thing is it's not even the kids, it's the parents. If you motivate your kid and build their self-esteem, then the world won't have a bigger impact. And not to jump at that, but if you educate your kids on bullying, if you educate them on everything that has to deal with life, then we wouldn't have a high suicide rate, a high dropout rate. And far as that we don't give our kids self-confidence because we lack confidence.
Right.
And the good word says that my people will perish without the lack of knowledge.
That's it.
And so if you ain't got
facts.
Right. So if you ain't learning nothing, how could you teach your child?
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
And that's the generation, that's where we at, man. With the parents now, we got so much technology. Technology has ruined education.
It has.
Technology and poor legislation has ruined education, man. It's gonna take us to come back to it.
Right.
People that's our age with common sense to say, hey, man, look, I need to do better.
Right.
I need to make sure that my kids can read. I need to make sure that my kids can count. You know, because we as black people, I'm getting on us. As black people, man, we so easily manipulated because we don't know no better.
We don't.
We simply ignorant. Ignorance is bliss. All right, we simply ignorant, man. We have, when we're teaching that stuff to our kids, we got students that, you know, just don't want to learn. You know, like, forget it, man. I don't care. I don't care if I learn this. And they don't realize that education, the way that every child succeeds at has advantage, everything is a building block. All right, so we got to make sure our kids learn everything from day one. Right. We can't lack as parents. We can't give them that time to lack or slack on education at all. Because you miss 1 year, you behind. You behind for the rest of your life.
Right.
You know, they not putting money in special education and stuff like that, like they used to.
Right, and there's a lot of kids out there with special ed or special needs. Right. And let's get this straight while we're on the education subject. Just children, period. It's a lot of kids that can't walk, or some that are born with these different birth defects that are very smart. So people need to understand special education doesn't mean that your kid is retarded. I mean, we have different forms of special education. Right. Some people with special needs are not slow. They just they need more care. Right. So if you suck the money out of the schools for special education, the lunch, and all of that, then we just doomed as having a future full of brilliant kids. Because nowadays kids can read. I mean, kids know how to work an iPad before they learn how to read the physical word. Right. So just imagine if we applied a physical word to the knowledge they already have. We have a whole thing, baby geniuses. All this stuff is a part of the education cycle. Right.
Then you wouldn't have to worry about corona.
Right.
You got people making it out.
Right. And then, you know, as far as that, well, before we wrap up the segment of education, bullying with the kids. I've started a foundation that I'm getting. It's called the Maintenance Man Academy.
That's what's up.
And it's in the form of me as the janitor. Because if you think about it, in school, before there were courtesy officers, we didn't worry about the teacher not giving the care. See, now, the principal back when we grew up, they had permission to paddle. But at the same time, the principal was more interested in the well-being of the whole school, which means he knew his teachers or she knew her teachers. And we're not saying that all principals are lacking thereof. We're just saying that we understand that it's tiresome to watch after somebody else's kids, especially if you got kids as an educator. Right. So we're not just getting on and saying that every educator sucks. But what we're saying is that if you have the heart for children and as you say you do, then it should be a lot easier. If you don't have the heart for children, then how could you care for them? That's why you call the police. But if you have the heart for children, you know how to maneuver around different things that these kids are doing. But to go back to the parents, raise your kids. Right. Take care of your kids so when you send them to the school, the relationship between the kid and the teacher will be mended. It needs to be mended. It do. And as far as bullying, I wish I would catch a child bullying another child. It still go back to the parents. But my foundation is to go around eventually in all the school systems and talk to the kids, to give them the knowledge on how to respect one another and to let the other kids know that if somebody's bullying you, don't take your life, tell somebody. But the janitor is the one that we used to can rely on. Right. He might smoke the cigarette and wore that drug-free thing, but that's somebody you could have talked to. You know what I'm saying? The janitor know the whole school, man.
Right, right.
The janitor know the whole school because he cutting grass.
And I'm going to be honest with you, shout out to my boy Blue. He know what I'm talking about. He was a janitor, but today at we taught the lead at our school today. And we had some Saturday school. Right. And the janitor was there, bringing the kids in, took them to the lunchroom, made sure everybody straight, made sure everybody got home. Right. And he actually came up there and started working with one of the students on math.
See, janitors are not slow. Janitors are people that probably retired veterans, retired whatever they is. Right. You know what I'm saying? Janitors are superheroes in my eye. Yeah. It's just more. It's about more than a mop. So what I vow to do as a person that cares for kids is to be a role model within the schools by starting the janitor. AKA the maintenance man of comedy. So that's what my foundation is. We're going to start trying to raise money to travel and give resources to kids on bullying. Because if we don't have, matter of fact, it's about having a voice for the kids. Nobody is sticking up for the kids.
That's right.
So that's what the janitor do. When the kids have a problem, how do we know that a kid is suffering from depression if we ain't talking to the kids? So what he is there to do is kind of like Schoolhouse Rock. You got a superhero on one Saturday morning. That's what the janitor is designed for. So the maintenance man of comedy is basically a character / role model to protect our children from others and themselves. Because if we teaching them something and we're making them feel special, no matter what the race is, no matter what the ability and the physical build of the children, it's about them. Whether you can run fast as Michael Johnson or as you moving slow as the tortoise in the hair. We try to make sure that our children are protected. So that's what my foundation is going to be about. It's about our children. You feel me?
Right. And I want you to come back on the show, man, and give us more information as that develops.
Yes, sir.
Man. And I want everybody in the city of Shreveport, Bossier area, man, to support this king, man, because that's what needed in the city of Shreveport, man. So many kids dying. The crime rate has jumped back. It's not even the summer yet, so I'm really scared.
Right.
You know what's going on.
It ain't even us. It's the kids.
Right. And they go back to the education, man. Lack of education, lack of support at home. Parents, we need to support our kids, black kids, man. I know it's hard for us out here. I do know, but we need to try to be there for our kids, man. Right. Our kids are doing too much. They're starting to lean too much on social media. They starting to lean too much on NBA Youngboy. They starting to lean too much on 4K Trade and all that extra stuff that they hearing in these streets, man. We need to. It's gonna take parents, man. If you say you love your kids, bro, the fruit of your loins, man, you need to care for them, care for the seed, care for the flock, man, because that's our future. That's our future. They lost right now. They lost, man. And you know the media is pushing so much through rap. With the artists, man, they are pushing so much negativity, so much of the killings are based off of stuff that they hear off the radio because somebody telling the story.
Right.
It's all the story. Some of the stuff, 85% of the stuff, 95% of the stuff that most of these rappers are rapping about, they never done.
Right, they telling the story of the streets.
A story of the streets.
So if you ain't gangster, don't try to try. They said, kids, don't try this at home. You remember we had a warning label.
Right, we did.
You know what I'm saying?
Easy gave us a warning label.
Right, everybody gave us a label.
Dougie Fresh.
Right.
All the people like that, man, gave you warnings, man. Like, don't try to. And they get on there and tell. But the rappers nowadays, man, they won't get on BET and tell these kids nothing.
No, they won't. They just want to hop out at your party.
No.
I wish you would hop out at my house during my baby birthday party. If I don't know you, I'm going to turn you around.
Right. You know, you had Tupac, man, that'll give lectures on how to be better, how to be a better person. You know, even Biggie will get on a documentary and spit something to you. Nas will get out there and spit something to you, man. But now, man, you know, shout out to Meek Mills. Meek Mills tried.
Yeah, he doing something. He doing his part, but then there's a lot of cats that just don't care. They're living, they YOLO, living for the moment.
Right. So we going into the next segment, man. We was getting deep into that, man. Education, man.
Right.
Education changed lives. All right. He mentioned his foundation. I want y'all to support that. To make sure that you get with us and you get the information to us.
Yes, sir.
We'll shout it out, man. And another shout out I want to give to before we leave off this subject is the 100 Minute Street Report. 100 Minute Street Report, man. Me and the executive producer has gotten re-involved with Mr. Ricky, who have, since the gang era in the 70s, tried to make a difference in the city of Shreveport. Right. It came and it went, but now they're trying to establish, you know, the 100 Minute Street Report back in. You got people who have been very successful in Shreveport, city of Shreveport, like Mr. Griggs.
Right.
Griggs Enterprise, you know, he is a part of the 100 Minute Street Report. Other entrepreneurs that's been in the city that's involved. And the mission of 100 Minute Street Report is to get the kids to address bullying, to address poverty, to address the education gap that's going on in Louisiana and Shreveport. And it's totally free to parents, man. We don't charge them nothing. No, we take them to an NFL game, NBA game, and spend time with them. Right. They don't pay nothing. You know what I'm saying? We do fundraisers, we raise money, we do galas and stuff like that to raise money. And I would like for you to be a part of that. Man, that's your card.
You know I'm already in there, baby.
That's your card.
That's what I do.
You guys can go check out the 100 Minute Street Report website, 100minutestreetport.com. Pull it up, Google it. All the information, everything that they have done in the past is on there. They even got a video on YouTube, informational video on YouTube. And guys, I encourage everybody that if you're a black male and you are positive and you want to make a change and a difference, man, we can go ahead and get you hooked up with him, and we'll display this ad and information at the end of this video. Right. And that way you can have it, you can see it. And man, get involved. Every Friday this month, between the hours of 6 and 9, we'll have the informational. And if you want more information, my information will be at the end of the video, along with the information for 100 Minute Street Report. Man, let's make a difference. Let's make a change. Let's make a change in Shreveport. Stop talking about it.
And be about it.
And we're going to be about it. That's where we at, man. So, recap of the year, man. Your boy Kobe died, man. That took me for a loop. Right. Your boy Kobe died. A lot of greats died. Pops, bang, 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 died.
Man, what killed me? It seems. But our girl died, man.
Oh, yeah.
Good times, oh, Lord. Yeah, boy, let me tell you. Hey, you know what? People don't know that she did the Jefferson Moving On Up. You know that's her? Moving On Up. That's her voice.
That's her voice.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Wow, that's Black History Month.
Black History.
Even though it's March. But you know what they used to say at the Soul Train commercial? McDonald's. Black History, 365 days a year. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying? So
we lost a lot of good people, man. What else? We had the shootings, of course. That you know, we covered that on our shows. That's been tough this year as well. And we still fighting the fight of faith, man, that we will overcome all this violence in the street. But first, we got to stop. Right. We got to stop it first. I mean, what difference do it make if the police killing or we killing? We still killing.
It's still killing.
And we still decreasing our race, man. We're kings and queens. I think that's the thing that we got to get back to teaching our kids.
Right.
And teaching ourselves, uplifting ourselves, man. We're king and kings. Queens and kings, you know what I'm saying? Like, right. They brought us over to Africa. We had royal priesthood in Africa, man. They brought us and stripped us of that. Right. But we still that bloodline.
Yeah, Mansa Musa, man.
Mansa Musa.
That man, that's boy. Man.
Yes, sir. He had so much gold doing the pilgrimage from where he was out of Timbuktu to the Roman Empire. He set them in inflation for 10 years. I want to say, 10 years. Them people was in inflation because the money he brought to their economy.
Right.
All right.
So, you know, we got to give, shout out to everybody that's living a healthy life.
Right. Before
our race, it's safe to say that we have to teach our kids you are more than just a rap video.
Right.
and that your knowledge and natural ability came from somewhere. You know, everybody else got history. Everybody else, shout out to everybody that inherit and embrace their history. But it's safe to say that we can embrace ours too, because we're more than just getting off a boat. We're more than just a crowded ship. We're more than that, and the more knowledge and information that is released into this atmosphere and into this world, people could not read. People, they were robbed of their language and forced another language. But at the same time, now it's free to say that you can pick up any language. That means you can communicate with anybody that you want to. And we have information out here in these books, man, that will show you that you are phenomenal. And I'm talking to my race. You are phenomenal. Little boys, look at me, look at these eyes. You are phenomenal. Don't let no one tell you what you can't do. That's for any child, but especially our race. Do not let nobody tell you what you can't do. You can do all things. You can do all things. Even if we take religion out of it, even though he is the head of my life, right, which is God, you can do all things. If you take that out of it, you're wonderful as an individual. Yeah. And that's for us, because our kids don't know. We too busy. If we teach them something other than rap videos, if they're allowed to learn something other than rap videos, then that stigma would decrease.
It will.
You know what I'm saying? So if we teach them more than just like you say, a young NBA young boy, and shout out to the baby and Lil Baby and all the baby from Cash Money, all of them, shout out to them.
The babies.
You know what I'm saying? If you gonna do it,
yeah.
If you gonna do it, know all of it. Know where it came from. You should not know that rap is not the only thing that exists. You have Miles Davis, John Coltrane, you had Ray Charles, you had so many people way back then, Muddy Waters. Before there was a little Boosie, there was a Muddy Waters, and why I say that is because Muddy Waters came out the trenches just like Boosie came out the so-called gutter.
Yeah.
So know your history and know the people behind what you did. Everything that you doing now, all these beats, people are running out of creativity.
That's it.
Anytime you gotta reach back and mess up one of our songs. But far as my culture, for my race, we are awesome, man. Everybody else awesome. Even you got people from other races. Even if they was a villain in their race and it's talked about in history, they villains was the coldest. People say what they want to say about Hitler. I don't agree with nothing he did. It was wrong. But if he was talked about like that, then he was cold. So why we can't embrace the positive of our race? If we can talk about somebody that did something so gruesome, what's the dude, the Manson dude, Charles Manson? We can do that, bro. So let's just know that we are great. No matter how you look at it under the microscope, cool, we good. We good. We great. We awesome.
What we're going to do now, man, we're going to take a break.
Yes, sir.
And we're going to come back into truth, realness, and options. We got, again, my boy, Jeremy Unmask.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Truth, realness, and options. We'll be back.
Hello there. It's Tanisha Morris with Tanisha Morris Entertainment and the Shreveport Urban Film Festival. Hey, Jeff, I just wanted to congratulate you on season 2 of TRO, and I look forward to season number 3. Congratulations, and I know you had some awesome guests on there, and keep going. Love you. Peace.
Jeff Trotter, what's up, man? It's your boy Moses Daines from Exodus Films. You know, just sending you a farewell from season 2 of TRO. Truth, Real, and Options, man, it's been a blast, you know. I mean, I know you heard everybody from the likenesses of Tanisha Morris, you know, Kristen Whitaker from the Tipsy Band, myself, stand-up comedian Jeremy Unmask, you know what I'm saying? Hate I couldn't be there, so I'm just sending you a farewell. I can't wait for season 3. Make sure you call me, man. I'm ready to come back, all right? I'm hollering at you later, bro. I'm out here in nature, just doing a little grounding, away from everybody, trying to stay safe, man. I love y'all. Peace.
Welcome back to Truth, Realness, and Options. It's your boy, your host, Mr. QT. And I got my funny homeboy, my boy that take funny to another level, man. And I ain't talking about that homo pressure. Alright? I ain't talking about that now. I'm talking about, man, he's hilarious, man. He know how to make folks laugh. if your family been set apart, been torn apart, he can bring them back together with
Yes,
laughter.
sir.
Alright, he know how to bring that band-aid of laughter and being hilarious and funny, man, and telling jokes like no other, man. It's my boy Jeremy Unmask.
Yeah.
Look just like Bernie Mac.
Let me tell you something, boy.
I know it.
I ain't scared of you, mother. Boy.
Censor.
You know I'm gonna censor. Look here, America. I take TVN. I take Bounce TV. If you just give me a chance.
You put Benny Hinn out of business.
Yeah. I take TNT.
Yes, sir. We got him here, man. He been doing a lot of positive stuff in the city of Shreveport, Bossier area, man, in the Architects. Man, people know him everywhere. Even in New Orleans. I went to New Orleans last year, and it was like, you know Jeremy? I like, Jeremy Unmask? Yeah, I know him. I'm like, that nigga funny.
Yes, sir. Shout out to them people down there, boy.
Yeah. So, man, I missed asking you to come and read it to our students, man. That's not going to happen again. And actually, I'm going to come back. Man, but we had Read Across America, man, this year. Again, and so a lot of people, man, shout out to everybody who came and went to the different schools in the areas to read to the students. We celebrate the boy Dr. Seuss, man.
Right.
Funny thing about Dr. Seuss, man, it took him 2 years to write one book.
Wow.
He thought it was going to be very easy for him to write a book, but it took him 2 years to write his first book. That's a little known fact about Dr. Seuss. So, man, Dr. Seuss had some rhymes.
He a rapper.
He was a rapper back then. That was the first rapper.
Before Vanilla Ice and Eminem, it was Dr. Seuss.
He was a rapper, man. So bad. Church is in the morning.
Yes, it is.
How you think Dr. Seuss would preach if he was Bishop, Reverend Bishop Dr. Seuss?
Well, you all know we go to these full gospel churches. So I would just imagine. First of all, preachers are too serious.
Yes, sir.
They'll take something such as Dr. Seuss and they would enhance it and compare it to the Bible. and this is how they would do it.
Yes, sir. Come on.
They were like, "Hey, church, amen." Now I'm reading from the text of Dr. Seuss. Sam, I am. Now let's go to the text. I'm going to read it and then give you understanding about what Dr. Seuss was trying to tell us about your haters. Even Dr. Seuss had a hater called Sam, I am. He's trying to offer this man green eggs and hams. That don't even sound right, but in the text it says, I am Sam, I am.
Yes, sir.
Sam, I am,
yes,
that
sir.
I am, that I am. I do not like green eggs and ham.
Yes, sir.
He was stating right there at the beginning of the text what he didn't like. Have you ever had somebody in your life to try to force something that you didn't like? He said, would you like green eggs and ham? I do not like them, Sam, I am. I do not like green eggs and ham.
Yes, sir.
I do not like them, Sam, I am. I do not like green eggs and ham. He said, would you like them here or there? He said, no, I would not like them here or there. I would not like them anywhere. I do not like green eggs and ham. I do not like them, Sam, I am. Then Sam said, would you like them in a house? Would you like them with a mouse? And then he came back and said, Sam, let me tell you something. I do not like them in the house. I do not like them with a mouse. I do not like them here or there. I do not like them anywhere. I do not like green eggs and ham. I do not like them, Sam, I am. Have you ever had somebody that kept pressuring your life about something you didn't like? He was like, hold on. Would you eat them in a box? Would you eat them with a fox? Not in a box, not with a fox, not in a house, not with a mouse. Now, I would not eat them here or there. I would not eat them anywhere. I do not like green eggs and ham. I do not like them, Sam, I am. But Sam got a little slick, kind of like the devil trying to tempt Jesus, like Bathsheba. He said, would you like them? Could you eat them in a car? Could you eat them here or there? He said, I would not eat. He said, I would not, I could not in a car. You may like them, you will see. You may like them in a tree. And he looked at him and said, boy, let me tell you something. Then I tell you, I would not like them in a tree, not in a car. Let me be myself. I do not like them in a box. I do not like them with a fox. I do not like them with a mouse. I would not eat them in a house. I do not like them here or there. I do not like them everywhere. I do not like green eggs and ham. I do not like them, Sam I am. But then Sam kept asking him, he said, a train, could you eat them on a train?
Yes, sir.
Not a train, not a tree, not a car. Sam, let me be. I would not, could not in a box. I could not, would not with a fox. I will not eat them in a house. I will not eat them with a mouse. I will not eat them here nor there. Guess what he said? I will not eat them anywhere. I do not like green eggs and ham. I do not like them, Sam I am. See, you gotta speak with authority when your haters get to try to persuade you to be something that you don't wanna be. I'm gonna preach this night and I'm gonna get out of here. He says, say, in the dark, here in the dark, could you in the dark? He looked at Sam like, boy, let me tell you something. I would not, could not in the dark. I could not in the rain. He said, no, not in the rain, not in the dark, and not on the train. Not in the car, not in the tree. I do not like them, Sam. Would you let me be? Not in a house, not in a box, not with a mouse, and not with a fox. I will not eat them here or there. I do not like them anywhere. You do not like green eggs and ham. I do not like them, Sam I am. Could you with a goat? I'm not, could not with a goat. Would you, could you in a boat? He said, no, I cannot. Would not on a boat. I will not with a goat. And I'm paraphrasing for those out there. He showed him, I will not eat them in the rain, not in the dark, not in the tree, not in a car. Let me be. I do not like them in a box. I do not like them with a fox. I will not eat them in the rain. I will not eat them on the train. I will not eat them in a house. I do not like them with a mouse. I do not like them here or there. I do not like them anywhere. Yes, sir. He said, I do not like green eggs and ham. I do not like them, Sam I am. See, sometimes you gotta tell the Sam I am in your life many times, but you gotta pray and you gotta speak it with authority. And even when they want you to feel like what they saying is important and that is good for you, you gotta reach back and let them know with authority. He said, you do not like them, so you say, try them and you may. Try them and you may, I say. Sam is bold. Have you ever had somebody bold in your life? Sam, if you let me be, I will try them, you will see. And he tries them. And sometimes it might taste good, but sometimes it's not good for you. Now let me flip it one time. Sometimes when God gets you to try something, you kind of renege against God. But then when you taste God, just like he tried the green egg, take a minute down. You will see it said, oh, taste and see how good I am. So once you try your green eggs and ham, you say, I like green eggs and ham. I do like them semi-annual. So you got to be careful what you eat because you just might like it if you taste it. But if people let you be, then you'll come around if it's for you to see.
Yes, sir.
Now let me say this and I gotta go. He says, once he tried it, he said, I like green eggs and ham. I do like them, Sam, I am. And I would eat them in a boat. I would eat them with a goat. And I will eat them in the rain and in the dark and on a train. And in a car and in a tree. They are so good, so good. You see, I will eat them in a box and I will eat them in a box. And I will eat them in a house. I will eat them in a mouse. And I will eat them here and there. I say I will eat them anywhere. I do like green eggs and ham. Thank you, Sam. I am. Let me tell you something. When you try the goodness of God, it'll be just like Sam I am. That's right. You will like them on the train. You'll even eat them in the rain. You will eat it in a box. You even eat it with a fox. So I say to all them out there, don't knock it until you try it. That's my time. I gotta go. The doors of the church are open. Is there one? Is there one? There's somebody out there might be struggling with a Sam I am in their life because we're living in a world where you just don't know.
Yes, sir.
So if there's one that haven't tried Jesus, let him be your Sam I am. Let him give you the Holy Ghost of green eggs and ham. Because like it said, one fish, two fish, red fish, blue fish.
Yes, sir.
Knick-knack, paddywhack, give a dog a bone.
Yes, sir.
5,632. With the Walking Dead on AMC, I'm out of time. Cause my bacon is smelling fine. So is there one? Is there one? The doors of the church is open.
Yes, sir. That's from Bishop Dr. Seuss. If Dr. Seuss was ever a bishop,
That's how he would have did.
he could went out just like that.
He would have went out.
One fish, blue fish. Yeah. You gotta deny Sam like Jesus denied the devil.
Yes, sir. Have you tried it?
Hey, try Jesus.
He said don't knock it till you try.
Try it. Yes, sir.
But sometimes you got the wrong Sam I am
Yes, sir. Yes.
in your life. But when the right one comes and you try it, it tastes ever so good. Amen. I'm sweating like a real pastor too, boy. It's offering time. For any of you that desire to give right here on our online ministry, right here, you can sow right now into Truth, Realness, and Options. See, what they said, they forgot about the last part.
Yes, sir.
You can be real and true, but guess what?
Yeah.
We got options. I ain't forcing no one to give because Jesus is my provider. I'm just saying that if there's one that feel it in their soul, you can sow right now to True Realness, and you got options.
You can sow your seed at $9.99. Give your offering. You will receive a prayer cloth.
Yes, sir. And for our online givers, you'll get a free t-shirt.
Hat, cat in the hat.
Some tickets to the Laugh Out Loud Comedy Lounge. A free subscription. A finger hut.
Yes, sir.
They be trying to offer you everything.
You get a $2 coupon from Burger King.
And a $1 Mania free pass with some JMJ furniture. And a free membership for 6 months of Planet Fitness. Because spiritually, some of us that ate so much green eggs and ham, we out of shape. That's why your praise done got a little dim. Let me stop
2021, man, in his movies and in his CDs, man, he's gonna put out. Man, also I heard you got some fire lyrics for a parody, man.
Yes, sir.
Can we get a little of that, man? Now it's copyrighted, y'all. Don't be trying to steal.
Don't be trying to steal this. I wrote this.
Yes, sir.
Amen.
Yeah.
Shout out to all the people that got their taxes.
Yeah.
This song is for you. Shout out to Beyonce and her daughter. This is the remix, baby. Yeah. Some of y'all done got beside yourself. That's why I'm gonna say this right here. Tax time, girl. You got your bundles today, but that money gon' go away. But where the hell your baby gon' stay? Tax time, girl. You got your bundles today, and that money gon' fade away. But where the hell your baby gon' stay? You out here, you shopping, you ballin', you grinding, you making scenes everywhere, spending money, throw it in the club like you don't care. But what happened when the rent come? And now you out here, you looking dumb. And some of y'all forgot what you ate, and now you about to get kicked off Section 8. Brown skin girl, you need to get yourself together, cause that money ain't gonna last forever. And your baby daddy gonna leave you. Tax time, girl. You got your bundles today, that money gon' fade away. But where the hell your baby gon' stay? Tax time, girl. Girl, you got your bundles today, and that money gon' fade away. But where the hell your baby gon' stay? Tax time, girl, while you trippin', the government done caught you slippin', and now you out here with the high heels on. But now you got your stuff from Home Zone, and now they repossess your stuff and now it's all gone. And now the creditors won't leave your ass alone, because you round here ballin' trying to diss me. That's why I be riding the bus for free, and now your ass out here riding the bus with me. And see, we could've had money how it's supposed to be, and now your ass done got kicked out, standing out, looking stupid. Now your ass staying in your mama. Tax time, girl. You done got your bundles today, but that money gon' fade away. But where the hell your baby gon' stay? Tax time, girl. Yeah, you got your bundles today, but that money gon' fade away. Now where the hell your baby gon' stay? Let me tell you something. For all you tax time people out there that think you are better than somebody else, that money don't last but 6 months and your shit gonna be inside of the pawn shop. And I'm gonna be standing there like Michael Johnson with Jesse Owens calf muscles, ready to get those rims that you got from Rental Wheel. That's why they leaving people cars on blocks. Yeah, I said it. I ain't scared of you, mother. I'm gonna talk about it. They taking their stuff back. They taking authority over the stuff you ain't paying for. So get yourself together. DL, what would you say? 10 minutes after the hour, DL Hughley would say, that's a stupid decision that you made. Robin Harris, take us to the bridge. You test too, baby. You need to get out there and beat you like baby's kids. Yeah, boy, you gotta coordinate. Down to DC Carey, live you. I don't care how you get out of mine, as long as you let me get it.
Could Shaq get a little bit something? I would like to say,
Give yourself a coronavirus, y'all. Let me put on 40 pounds, 50 pounds. No, Charles Barkley, I gotta talk about this. Yes, sir. Tax time, girl. Tax time, girl. My name is Shaq. Shaquille O'Neal, Shaq, baby. You hear me? And I just want to let you know, stop spending your damn tax money. Stop spending your tax money. Shaq, this David Chappelle, baby. Mama Nation. David Chappelle want to tell you, stop. I walked away from $50 million. I went to Africa. You can't even go to sleep, bro.
yes, sir.
That's that tax time song right there.
Tax time.
It'll be out on Nowhere Records. Streaming only on Facebook. But you gotta subscribe to Truth, Realness, and Options just to hear that song right there. Follow me on everything.
So we're gonna edit that and we're gonna be on 103 Beat.
Yes, sir.
Tax time, girl.
Tax time, girl.
Yes.
Tax time.
DJ, y'all should put that in the spin.
Yeah, put it in there.
Yes, sir.
Let me find out, girl, you done spent your taxes. Let me find out you went from a bed to a mattress. Let me find out. You know what I'm saying?
Put that to New Orleans bounce song.
Yeah.
You know? Hey, this is what we do right here on Truth, Realness, and Options. You know, we don't be serious all the time. Hey, we gotta support each other, man, and make the grind, man, for all African Americans, man, to see what we doing, man, to see how we gonna take over and put positive stuff back in the city of Shreveport, man. This is what we do on Truth, Realness, and Options, man. It was a pleasure to having you, man.
Yes, sir. My pleasure being here.
Before we get up out of here, look, man, remember to check my boy Jeremy Unmask out, man.
Yeah, you can follow me on Facebook at Jeremy Unmask Smith, or you can hit that comedy page, Comedian Unmask, or you can either follow me on Instagram at Comedian_Jeremy Unmask. And if you can't get that, just Google Jeremy Unmask Smith. I promise you, I'll pop up.
That's right. True Realness and Options, man. Before we leave, man, you know I always got to leave out with the scripture. I know Bishop Dr. Seuss done did his thing, but I got to leave up out of here with some real scripture. And before I do that, I want to give us a shout out to the people who've been actually keeping themselves in the straight and narrow, the ones who ain't been, you know, doing all the killing, and the ones who have been reading to their kids, because we leave those people out. We just don't fuss on the show, but we thank God for those who are doing what they're supposed to do to change America, to change the city of Shreveport, man. And shout out to, again, the 100 Minute Shreveport, to Jeremy Unmask and his foundation that's coming, man. And shout out to all of that stuff. Man, before we leave, we also got to address another elephant in the room, which is the virus, man, that we have that's going on, man, coronavirus. A couple of things that I've researched, man, is that the only way you can get around that is just being a clean person.
Yep.
It's going to spread. That's evident, you know, and I have my viewpoints and points of view of how it got out, you know, but we can't control that. We can't control government. We can't control none of that. So the best way we can do, people, is to pray. First of all, we need to pray, and pray that we be covered with the blood of our Most High. And then the second thing is to be clean, man. You gotta wash your clothes on a daily basis. Now,
Right.
I know we worry about the water bill, tax time, girl. I know you spent all your tax money.
Yes, sir.
But you gotta put some money aside for extra amenities like water and soaps and detergents and cleaning supplies. Keep your house clean. All right, my queens, keep your house clean. All right, thoroughly clean every day. It's something you can't do like, I'm gonna wait 2 weeks before I clean my house and wash clothes. Now you need to do this stuff every day in order to keep you, yourself, and your family clean. Also, try to eat alkaline diets. I did my research, Jeremy, man, and if you an alkaline diet, if you enforce that into your life, if you go ahead and start doing it today, and build your immune system up with alkalinity, I've learned that disease, flu, pneumonia, all of those bacteria that invade your body cannot live when you have an alkaline diet. So, Brother QT, what is I'm talking about? You can start with simple as water, pH water. They sell it all over. Just in case if it's not true pH water, if you take a normal bottle of water, just purified water, and you add lemon or kiwi to it and let it sit in the refrigerator and let that infuse, that lemon and the kiwi to infuse your water every day. Drink at least 2 to 3 bottles of that. Man, it'll change your life. You can protect yourself. Also, high alkaline foods. Do your research on the vegetables that you can get. So what goes around comes around. You point one finger, you get 3 fingers back, pointed back at you. Alright, so let's not judge one another. Alright? Just like you judge somebody on something, somebody already judging you. Alright? So we gotta stop doing that, black folks. Stop judging one another. My tax card look better than their tax card. You know what I'm saying? I bought mine from Pipe You Bullet. I bought mine from Eminem Auto. You know what I'm saying? It's still a tax card. You still use your tax money to buy it. How can you judge somebody else? Because you're going to be broke in 2 weeks just like they broke in 2 weeks. You can't even get the paper tag off your car. Hey, but you talking about them though. All right, so let's stop judging each other. It's been a great year for Truth, Realness, and Options. We had a lot of people. You'll be able to see it on at the end of the show. He's gonna show the creators, man. A lot of people, man, influential people that came in to take this, you know, what we trying to do, man. And took it serious this year, man. And I thank you for spending time with us this year, man. You know, you made an impact in the young lady who's playing the violin, Madison Prelo. Sister Prelo, shout out to you. I hope you're still doing your thing with the music, and we'll have on sometime this coming year. But you made an impact in her life, all right? She now uses jokes and comedy, and she was fighting with low self-esteem.
Wow.
So now she remembered it, and she remembered, you know, her dad.
Right.
So, man, that's what's been getting her over her hump, man. You know, suicidal tendencies, man. It was healing for her. She know how to make herself laugh, and she make others laugh.
Wow.
You know, doing what you do.
Right.
You know, looking at you on YouTube and stealing some of your jokes. You
Hey,
said that.
use them.
So what you're doing is impacting kids, man. It's impacting people's lives, man. Shout out to another comedian I know, your boy Doctor.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Mr. Sykes.
Mr. Sykes,
That's
man.
my brother, man.
He's in Florida. Boy, stay corona free.
Yeah, I'm trying to
Down
tell
there
you.
and get that crap now. He's down in Florida. Shout out to you, man. Hope your show down there is successful. Other comedians, man. Other DJs, man. Shout out to DJ E. My boy Eric Drumgooley, man. My condolences for your wife, man. I know you lost her at the beginning of the year. Man, we love you, big bro. Shout out to you. Shout out to the boy Yoshi.
Yes, sir.
Yoshi, Go Live, DJ Live. Shout out to y'all, man. Rest in peace, my boy Star. Man, it's been a year. DJ Star, man. We rest in peace, rest in heaven, brother. And to everybody else who's been giving back to City of Shreveport, man, who's been trying to help us take everything to another level, man. Just not us, but supporting one another, man, in the city and the community. We gotta be here for each other, man. Let's get the change done.
Right.
That's True, Realness, and Options. Your boy Jeremy Unmask in the building.
Yes, sir.
Our Chief Executive, CEO, Master Mark, my boy Jeff Trotter over there, Executive Producer. Man, thank you for doing what you do, you know. And hopefully this year we'll be, you know, taken to another level. Also, shout out to my boy, man. To my boy, man. That boy. Y'all all know who I'm talking about. Who he be. Alright? Shout out to my boy that allowed us to get it on Houston. In Houston. My boy Social Go.
Oh.
Took us to Houston, man.
Yes, sir.
Took us all the way to Houston. You know what I'm saying? My boy who went back on his back to us for us, man, and put us on game with that boy Jabberjaws and stuff like that, man. So we're going to another level. Shout out to my boy Social Go. Y'all thought I forgot his name. Forget the name. It's just so much you done for us, man. I want to say thank you. And wherever you at, my boy, I'll peace with you, man. Alright, this is Truth, Realness, Options. We're getting out this thing, man. We love y'all. We're going to see y'all taking 2020 to another height, man. Y'all be blessed. Be easy. This is Truth, Realness, and Options season finale. Love y'all. Your boy QT. Holla at you.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us. Boy, Jeremy, close us out. You know what to do.
You talking, you know what I'm saying? Tag time, girl.
Yeah.
Lil Jones.
Hey,
Hey,
Lil Jones.
let me tell 'em. Tax time, girl. You got your bond.
Okay.
That money gon' fade away.
Yeah.
But where the hell your baby
Yeah.
gon' be? Tax time, girl.
What?
Yeah, you got your bond
Yeah.
today. But that money gon' fade away. But where the hell your baby gon' stay? I see you shopping, going to the club, acting like you got it all,
What?
spending all them dubs,
Okay.
acting bougie when you see me, like you're in 3D. But then 6 months you broke,
Lil Jones.
and now you looking like a tax time girl.
What they do?
Yeah, you got your bundles today,
What?
but that money gon' fade away. But why the hell your baby
Lil
gon'
Jones.
stay tax time girl?
Okay.
Yeah, you got your bundles today, and that money gon' fade away. But where the hell your baby gon' stay?
And we do a little something like this.
that speaker, boy, they got that Jesus speaker.
The Lord said,
They can't read.
"Hey, the Lord said, come to this house with all thanksgiving and praise. Get ready, get ready, get ready, get ready."
Touch street people and tell them,
Yes, sir.
even when your sound man, he cut you off, God still got that speaker in you.